Welcome everybody. So today, again, Nutrition 101. We are in the nutrition series. We're talking about facts about micronutrients. I'm Dr. Kevin.
I'm Coach Sean.
And we're the FitHealth pros. So in addition to the big three macros, protein, carbs, and fats, we're going to touch on the ever important macronutrient, trace elements, and vitamins. So they are needed for proper body function and for all the systems. So Sean, let's get into the basics of micronutrients.
Basics of micronutrients.
Yes.
Repeat. So they're oftentimes referred to as either vitamins or minerals. So just as important as all the macros, we got the micronutrients here. They're not produced in the body, so except vitamin D through the sunshine. So they're generally derived from your food intake. You got produced by food or plants or absorbed by them, and they get passed along to us through the digestive process. They're part of nearly every process in the body. So they're key to optimal health, development, and disease prevention. So very, very, very important that you're getting proper mineral and vitamin intake. Only small amounts are needed, which is great. It's generally less than, say, 100 milligrams a day. But it is estimated that 50% of the world's children are not getting the recommended daily allowance. So that's not just developing countries, that's developed countries as well.
Well, worldwide.
Worldwide.
That's a big deal. So let's get into the minerals. Now, let me preface this just to kind of let you guys know that we've listed out a lot of things. So today's kind of a list day.
Yes.
Again, it's the 101. So, you know, this is the basics.
We're educating, and we do want to touch upon one or two of the good things that each of these minerals, vitamins, etc. do for your body, but there's much more. So there's actually a list that we're going to have down at the bottom that you can click on the link and get more information about all these as well.
Right, so you don't have to take notes. We will try to keep it exciting with our witty banter.
Witty banter.
And here we go. So minerals for growth, bone health, fluid balance, and several other processes. So inorganic, it's present in the soil. It cannot be broken down. So we think of kind of a mineral, stone.
Minerals, yep.
Kind of like that. Categorized into macrominerals or trace elements. So that's important. So a macromineral is calcium, and that's for bone health. Phosphorus, bone and cell structure. Magnesium, so that 300 plus enzyme reactions.
There's a lot.
There's a lot with magnesium.
Does a lot for your body.
Sodium, if we drink electrolyte type of drinks, we're talking about fluid balance. Chloride for digestive health. Not a lot of people think about chloride to ingest.
Breaking down what we put into our bodies.
Yeah, so that one's important. Potassium, nerve and muscle. One of the big ones for me as a chiropractor, I recommend potassium supplements quite often. Now, sulfur is part of every living tissue, and you probably don't need to ingest the sulfur on its own. It's going to come up in other foods. So, trace minerals. So these are important. The trace minerals are iron, and that's going to help with oxygenation to the muscles. Manganese.
Manganese.
See, I knew he'd say it too.
Yeah, it's like rutabaga. It's a great word.
It's okay. That's for metabolism. Copper, which we have a lot here in Arizona. We are the copper state.
Copper candy.
Central nervous system function. So again, you don't have to suck on pennies to get this. It's a trace mineral. It's in most of these foods. And then zinc, growth and immune system. Iodine. So here's an important one for thyroid regulation.
Huge.
If you have thyroid condition or you know someone, listen up. So iodine, that is, you can get it, supplement that with a dropper.
Sure.
You can get it in seaweed, a lot of the sea vegetables. That's kind of the better way to go to get that supplementation. Fluoride, we all know about fluorides. Forever and ever talked about making fluoride treatments or fluoridation in the water. It is good for bone and teeth development. We just don't want to overdo that.
Right. That's the danger of extra fluoride.
Right.
You can get too much.
Here's another one, selenium, and that's for reproduction health and again for thyroid. So again, if you're on that spectrum of maybe you have hyper or hypothyroid, maybe looking into the iodine and selenium supplementation. So those are the big minerals, the macros and the trace minerals.
Very nice. Next up, a little something that everybody knows at least a little something about. We're going to talk about vitamins.
Vitamins.
Now these, vitamin. So these are organic chemicals obtained through nutrition. They can help you with anything from energy production to immune function to blood clotting, a bunch of other functions. Very important to get proper supplementation or plenty of vitamins through your diet, preferably through your diet. They come in two different types. We got water-soluble vitamins, which dissolve in the body. They're not easily stored, so any excess vitamins will be flushed out into urine. These are your B vitamins. So energy production, multiple system functionalities. Again, on the list down below, I have some functionality for each of the B vitamins, from B1 through B12. Very important to keep those within the system or constantly coming into the system because they're so easily flushed. Vitamin C is also another water-soluble vitamin. So you see a lot of supplementation daily of vitamin C, right, for those that need it because, again, water-soluble, it flushes out throughout the day. Yeah. So vitamin C, important for neurotransmitters, and collagen for the skin.
Ooh, good one.
Yes. And there's also fat-soluble vitamins. So these do not dissolve in water, a little more hydrophobic. They are stored in the liver, in the fatty tissues. Vitamin A is the first one I want to touch upon. Helps with vision and organ function. Vitamin D, immune system, calcium absorption. So, of course, we get vitamin D oftentimes in milk.
Yeah.
And milk has that naturally. It can also be fortified with extra vitamin D as well. Vitamin K for blood clotting. Vitamin E, again, for immune function. Now, these are stored in the body. Again, they're stored in the liver, they're stored in the fatty tissues. So there can be toxicity with excess supplementation.
Right.
So there is too much of a good thing can be had. So be very careful when you are supplementing with vitamins. Sometimes you get a one-a-day vitamin, and that can actually give you way too much of a good thing if you have a balanced nutritional system going on already.
Right.
So that's vitamins in a nutshell, right?
Yeah. So vitamin D, that one I wanted to just touch upon,
Yeah.
because I had a lot of patients, especially in the retirement age group, that they would, hey, I saw this infomercial or I saw a magazine ad, and it was vitamin D, usually like a D3, maybe D3, K12, when you're looking at that, and it would just profoundly kind of, the ad was basically saying you're deficient, you're deficient, you're deficient,
Right.
you need to buy this supplement. And that supplement, when I looked at the bottle, I mean, it would have 5 times or 10 times the
RDA.
recommended daily allowance. Well, sounds good on paper, but the population that was looking at these ads, they were duped because they're spending way too much money on a product that, number one, could be toxic.
Right.
And then, it's just too expensive for what they're buying.
Sure.
So, beware there for sure.
And with vitamin D, I mean, of course you can get it in milk. Well, you got a lot of lactose intolerant people there that may not even do milk.
Right.
20 minutes in the sunshine will get you plenty of vitamin D.
Ooh, hear that? 20 minutes of sunshine, and that's
which is huge.
Yeah.
And here in Arizona, because it gets so hot, I think it's about 117 yesterday.
right.
That people aren't outside as much during the summertime, so there is some recommended supplementation of vitamin D during the summer for some people that just don't get outside.
Yeah.
But generally, 20 minutes will do you.
Awesome. So if you like that, and I want to encourage everyone just to like the video and but thank Coach Sean
You can congratulate me too. That was a great point.
That was a great point. But thank him for putting the list together down below, because that took time, and that's what we both learned in school. And that's going to go a long
Passing
way.
along to you for how much? What's the cost
Oh.
of tuition?
Today's free.
Free
Yes.
lesson, free tuition.
Yes, if you watch the second time around, you may see a charge.
Yeah, a PayPal thing will pop up for like $100 or something. No, it won't.
Just kidding.
It won't.
So micronutrient deficiency. So here's some of the deficiencies. Here's some of the problems that you could run into if you're going over the amount that you should be. Most needs can be fulfilled by your regular balanced diet.
Right.
That's the key, though, is that most people don't have a balanced diet. So
No.
we need to work on that.
You know, when we were talking about Best Health series, we're talking about teenagers and their beige diet, Dr. Fox.
Oh,
likes
right.
to talk about.
Yeah, the beige diet.
Well, it's
right.
not just teenagers that do that beige diet where it's like fast food and chips and, you know, basic garbage going in to the systems. That's kind of the American way at some points.
Right.
And around the world. Fast, easy, nutrition-free.
Yes. So, yeah, definitely improve upon the balanced diet, and most of your nutritional needs, especially with these micros, will be taken care of. But we know that, you know, we're speaking in reality terms here. So, common deficiency, vitamin D, lack of sun exposure, up to 77% of Americans are deficient in vitamin D. And, you know, we're busy, we're inside, we may not
Slave
be
to the
eating
grind.
dairy kind of thing, but that's immune function. We're talking about calcium absorption and bone
health.
growth. So for kids, teenagers, young adults, that's really an important aspect of it. But again, just 20 minutes in the sun.
That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah. So,
Or a glass of milk.
or a glass of milk. So think about that. Vitamin B12, here's that one B12 was abstain, people who are vegans, right? Abstain from animal products.
Yep.
Less absorption with age as
Oftentimes.
well. That's red blood cell function, proper brain and nervous system function. So again, here we are with the B vitamins. Assess your diet. Where are you getting these things? If you are vegan, are you supplementing?
Right.
Are your sources including something where there's that B vitamin? So look at that. Vitamin A. So lacking in developed countries, that does affect vision and organ function. So we looked it up. Where do you get vitamin A? Well, ever popular dinner is liver.
Liver and onions. Delicious.
Everybody, you have that twice a week, right?
But you know what's funny is, you know, we oftentimes will turn our nose up at liver, but it is packed with micronutrients and vitamins.
Yes.
Packed.
Yeah, a lot of the organ
Meats.
meats have all that. So if you don't want to do the liver, carrots, sweet potatoes, more for the vision,
Sure.
that type of thing.
Yeah.
Iron, preschool children, again, vegans, not to beat up on the vegans.
No, but there are some very key elements here, vitamins and minerals that vegans are missing.
Right.
So if you are going to choose that lifestyle, make sure to supplement wisely. You know, get some proper nutrition education, and you know, balance it out.
Right. There's also a deficiency of iron during menstruation, and it's really, this is the important part for iron, oxygen to the muscles and some hormone production. So we want to make sure that there's enough iron in your system there. Calcium. So
Another big one.
over 50 years of age, 22% men are deficient, 10% women. We really think of calcium here, proper structure, bones and teeth, and that's kind of the biggie. Everyone knows about that.
Right.
But also muscle function and blood vessel circulation. So once again, my patient base, they may come in fibromyalgia, muscle aches and cramps, somebody who's got a circulatory problem or cardio problem as well, so
Sure.
that cardiovascular. So
It's
calcium,
that blood vessel contraction. There's a spasticity that happens if you don't have enough calcium. So
Right.
very important.
so
That,
that
and you wouldn't even think about that.
And so I recommend if you can get the calcium and the magnesium, those go together, because we talked about magnesium and 300 plus enzyme reactions. That helps the calcium get through the blood cell as well. And then the potassium, so calcium or magnesium, calcium, magnesium, potassium. I guess I said it right. I said it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the big three. So if you can do those, you know, we'll probably have another video down the road that puts together the things that we recommend for a daily
supplementation regimen, or the types of foods that you could get these in naturally, most importantly, but being realistic with the common American diet, knowing what's missing.
Right. So that's the micronutrient and how you can have deficiencies.
So there we go. That's Nutrition 101, facts about micronutrients. We are the Fit Health Pros. I'm Coach Sean.
I'm Dr. Kevin.
And like us, really, really like us.
Yes.
Ring the bell. Subscribe.
There's a bell.
Please subscribe. Yeah, we like the bell.
Yeah.
That notifies you of other videos that we do coming right back at you as well. So hopefully you got a lot out of this. Again, this is our base series of Nutrition 101 to go along with the big three macros. Fit Health Pros signing off. Thanks for coming along for the ride.
See you on the next one.
Thank you.
I'm going to start over.
It was good.
I was rolling. It was all right.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do sweating.
Yeah.
Do you want me to turn the air on?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Actually, I just need a cucumber peel, I think.
Oh. That would look fun.
I think there's some micronutrients.
We are talking about nutrients.
See?